We're back, boys and girls, with more Albert Detective. With Captain Detective Albert. There we go. We've talked to all these chaps, haven't we? That was what we did in the last thing. We can probably leave now. And go to a place that is less loud and crazy. I actually forgot what we were doing. Okay. Right, get Mrs. G out. That's right. That's what I was doing next. Mrs. G wants us to find. Oh, yes. We need to go to the house now because we've got her out at the ballet classes, right? So we need to talk to the husband. But we've already done that, haven't we? And he told us a little of nothing. Right, I'm not talking to you, said too. There's been a lot of holes like this. You said. You know how you said this was all part of a conspiracy? Well, you might be right. Turns out there have been tons of these holes appearing all over town. I told you, what'd I tell you? But maybe you already knew about that if you're part of the conspiracy. So people don't trust me with their lunch money. I don't think anyone would trust me with a large spanning criminal underworld conspiracy. That kind of makes sense. Why did you mention criminal underworld? Yeah, that'd be the conspiracy part. My source says that various gangs in the city have been trying to chase down these holes and look for something. Or someone that appeared along with them. Some of them have been trying to beat each other to the punch, or pay off others to go in and steal what they're looking for. It's a bad scene, as my source would say. Wait, what did you just say? Oh, that the gangs are trying to be the first to find. No, the other thing. What your source said. Oh, she said it was a bad scene. Frankly, I feel like it's a bad pun, but you know. Alright, I'll trust you. I'm coming out. Phew, I thought you'd never come out. Now let's get a good look at you. Oh, it's a sheep. Yes, we did know this. What's wrong? Is my wool messy? Sorry, I haven't had a shower in a month, so... No, you just look like a lot like someone I know. Uncannily, even. Like someone used the same model of sheep twice. Oh, I'm sure that's just coincidence. There's no other reason that someone would reuse the same model after all. This coming from Mr. Conspiracy. Do you know Alma? It's just that you look a lot like a friend of mine. Alma? Do you know her? What? You think us sheep all magically know each other? It's not like we're known for flocking together or anything. And for the record, no, I don't know the singer, the secret speakeasy no one is supposed to know about. I don't even go to the back cover. Anyway, now you see what I'm talking about. This is all part of the cop's machinations. How do you know I was talking about all of that, mate? In the criminal underworld in its grasping paw. Hold up, back at a minute. Before we start unpacking that, airport's worth of baggage. What does any of this have to do with your wife and why you are hiding from her? When you're listening, she's a member of the cult. And she's taking part in whatever foul kidnappings they've got going on. Maybe even murder. And you know this how? Do you want me to start with reading it in her journal or start with hearing it from her victim's own lips? Let's have a look at her journal, I guess. Here. Is this the journal? No. Okay. There's nothing in this room to look at, my good friend. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's have a look in this room. Oh, no, we don't want to leave. Where are you? It's a relief to have someone to tell about all this. Start from the beginning. Let's pace ourselves a bit. Start from the beginning. What happened the day you started hiding in your room? Well, it all started when Wilma headed off for a ballet recital. I'd rather be shaved by a blind yak than watch that stuff, so I decided to go out on the town. But before I could do that, let me guess, suddenly a hole appeared in the wall with a loud bang. Actually, no, the hell had been there for a week already. Who'd said it was for a skylight she was putting in? I was drinking some water and accidentally spilled some. Normally I just wait for her to get home to clean it up. Oh my god, terrible husband. But after I kept slipping on the puzzle and, well, I got ready, I finally decided to mop it up myself. Then it took me an hour to find the closet with the cleaning supplies because, you know, not like I ever used them. Oh, you're terrible. But when I opened it, I saw... What, cleaning supplies? Well, yes, but I also saw him. Her victim. The victim? What victim? What makes you say victim? What else do you call someone or somebody that's been kidnapped, tied up, and stuck in a closet? Wait, back up. You say you're finding someone You're saying you found someone tied up in one of your closets. Yeah, that's what I just said. Pay attention. But not just someone, a strange, freakish creature like nothing I've ever seen before. Cat, eh? Hey, I represent that remark. Huh? I mean, it was a weird, small, four-legged cat, right? What? No, nothing like that. What part I've never seen before didn't make sense to you? God, I'm amazed my wife hired you. Okay, so what was it if not a cat? He was pink, I guess? No fur at all, except on his head and chin. A human. Ah. Stood on two legs, but a lot taller than me. Had the weirdest face I've ever seen. Yes, I'm not the title holder no longer. And so you found a creature tied up in your broom closet. How do you know your wife was the one who tied them up? Because he told me when I took the gag off. Wait, he was gagged and he could speak? That's usually why you gag someone, yes. He begged me to help him. Said he had been trapped in there for at least a few days. Let me guess, around the time the hole appeared? Did you see how he got there? Well, yes and no. He said he appeared in the apartment somehow, which didn't make any sense, so when I asked him to explain, his explanation made less sense. When I asked how he got in the closet, he was very well clear there. It was my wife. My perfidious partner. My suspicious squeeze. My... Mr. G, focus. How did she manage to overpower him? He said that when he first appeared, my wife was there in the apartment. Apparently she reassured him, explained some things, made him some tea to calm him down, but the tea tasted strange and he fell asleep, only to wake up in the closet gagged and bound. I knew her tea was bad, but I had no idea it was that bad. The journal. You said that you were able to tell your wife was an evil kidnapper cultist from her journal? Well, sort of. It's also a day planner, you see, and a to-do list. She also calls it a manifestation diary. I get the picture. She does everything in it. So wait, you read this thing and somewhere between her grocery list, 5-year plan, and dream diary, you got mad hostage taking cultist out of it? I mean, it wasn't difficult. She put down cultist meeting in a day planner. Really, huh? No, I'm not the smartest cultist I've ever heard of, and she knows it's a cult, so not the cultiest cult I've ever heard of either. Alrighty. You sure she didn't write down client meeting in really bad handwriting? No, that ends up looking like diet meeting. Let me tell you, the day I asked about how the diet meetings were going was not a good day for me. Oh, more about the creature. What else did this creature say to you other than, help me, get me out of here? I mean, there was a lot of that, a lot. And of course there was when you told me about what my wife did. But everything else he said was weird. Right, you said something earlier about his explanation of appearing was weird and made no sense. What did he actually say? Honestly, I didn't understand a word of it. Something about orbity blobbity electrons and moron particles and spinning quintet numbers. It's particle physics, right? That sounds less like an explanation and more like me when I'm drunk. Did this creature have a name? He did. What was it again? Humdinger? Shoe digger? Let me think. Oh, Schrodinger. Ah, Schrodinger. That's it. Heck of a name. And I'm Schrodinger's cat, I guess, or that is Schrodinger's cat. And we didn't know it was alive or dead until it got here. I feel for the guy. My last name's Gesundheit. I didn't sneeze. See what I mean? Any poor guy did seem kind of freaked out. Though more about the closet thing than anything else, weirdly enough. Oh yes, because everything else seems so run-of-the-mill. Did he say anything else strange? Well, now that you mention it, he did keep asking about his cats. Oh, what happened next? Creature in your closet claiming your wife drugged him and tied him up. Imagine you had some reaction to that. Well, my first reaction was to try and find something to drink. Oh, that was kind? Water for the prisoner? No, whiskey for me. Then while I was checking, he started begging me to keep something safe for him, to make sure my wife didn't get it. Between that, how big he was and how weak he was after being trapped in there, I figured I needed help, so I went to E, my neighbour, to ask for help. And did they? Well, see, that's the thing. When we got back, the poor thing was gone. Just vanished out of the closet entirely, no trace of him. Could he have just escaped after you had tied him and left the apartment by himself? You did untie him, right? I knew I forgot something. So if he was still side up, then someone must have moved him. Wonder if it was your wife, yeah. Or someone else, perhaps. Either way, my wife had something to do with it. After we found the closet empty, I read her journal and... well, yeah, that was when I locked myself in. No, wife's suspicion. So you didn't speak to your wife of being a cultist or kidnapper before any of this? Nope, only I suspected her of having bad taste in entertainment. I mean, ballet, really? All froofy jumping and pointy hoofs? I think ballet's neat. So you're saying that, oh, the giant hole up there appeared in your living room didn't maybe clue you in that something was up? I figured she was just on one of her redecorating kits again. Trust me, busting a giant hole in the wall is not the weirdest thing she's ever done. Okay, so you didn't suspect her, but wouldn't she suspect you for being onto her? I mean, if she was holding this guy hostage, surely it would have occurred to her that the reason you picked out and hid from her was because you found him? I don't think you realize how rarely I do any cleaning. I think that was the first time I've ever even opened the broom cupboard. She probably figured her secret was safe in there forever. Well, hopefully this was inspired you to do more cleaning around the house. Oh, now I'll just live in film, thanks. The creature mentioned keeping something safe from your wife. Yes, he seemed really agitated about it, so I took it with me when I went out to find help. Where is it now? I left it with E, my neighbor. I trust them and they seem like they know how to keep it safe. Who would this neighbor be and where can I find them? I said I trust them. Does it mean I trust you? Wait, wasn't the whole song and dance about getting you out of the bedroom about whether you could trust me and... Anyway, I'm still sure it's safe and sound with them. Haven't talked to them since I started hiding, mind you, but they're good about this sort of thing. Still don't know what the big song and dance is about, though. You'd think that guy would have more things to worry about than some old collar. Wait, collar? The creature had a collar in him? Sure did. Talked about it all the time, but couldn't make head or tail of what he was saying. Mentioned something about looking for some other collars, too. Let me read the journal. Can I take a look at your wife's journal? I'd like to see what was so suspicious in there. Plus there might be a hint as to where she took this guy. Over there, steal your mind for horrors and evil within. You ever seen my journal? Or deeply even to keep a journal? Trust me, my mind is very, very steeled. I'll be right back. Hold that thought. I need to check something. I've been stuck in one place for a month. I think I can handle 5 minutes. Right. Why did you do that exactly? No? Okay, so it must be that book that we couldn't read before, but we can now. My diary, please keep out. That means you, Ed.
See what's in here.
Oh, read the first entry. We've got to start at the first. Today's schedule. Get up and make breakfast. Clean Ed's mess. Finish cleaning Ed's mess in time for lunch. Grocery shopping. Fair appointment.
Gotta say,
Pick up dry cleaning.
this isn't sounding particularly incriminating about her being a cultist.
Well, you read the next one. You're going to pick up Jay for the cult meeting. And then cult meeting. Pick up dry cleaning. Pick up Jay for the cult meeting. Cult meeting. Make dinner. And I mean, that definitely says cult.
See, nothing at all. Oh, right.
Yeah, well, let's read the second entry. Shopping list. Eggs, bread, milk, grass for Ed. Ethically sourced meat for me. Unethically sourced meat as a treat. You can get unethically sourced meat. Tea, sugar, sleeping powder. Odorless, tasteless. Oh, rope, blindfold, gag. Keep for later fun with Ed. Cleaning detergent, incense, knife. What did she use a cleaning detergent for? Maybe just a cleaning clothes. New cloak, black. Sandwiches for tomorrow's cult meeting.
Wow. This is some dark, evil stuff.
Remember, Jay dislikes mustard and hates big mayo.
I mean, she went and got store-bought cupcakes for her secret cult meeting instead of home-baked.
I mean, it clearly says sandwiches, but whatever.
That woman's a monster.
I mean, yeah, she is. My personal goals and manifestation. I would much prefer homemade cupcakes and store-bought.
Wow. She even used glitter pens on that last word.
Find happiness in my comfortable home. Tell Ed to clean his own mess for once. Oh, he did. Earned enough money to afford ballet lessons. Twist the laws of reality and morality to send the members of our cult of greatness and to enrich us with wealth and power beyond our wildest dreams. Perfect. Spend more time in the great outdoors and take up knitting. Well, the fourth entry. Dear Diary, exciting day today. I was cleaning up yet another one of Ed's messes when, wouldn't you know it, some strange guy suddenly appeared out of a hole in my living room. I knew I couldn't believe it either. Aren't I the luckiest? He said it was looking for some cat in their collars. Apparently, they have some sort of power. Naturally, I did what any smart lady does in such a situation. Drugged him, tied up, and stuck him in the closet. I'm a genius. After all, he may be exactly where our cozy little cult has been waiting for all these years. The ticket to everything we've dreamed of. We'll tell the other members at the ritual tomorrow, since I'm already bringing potato salad. May need to ask Jay to help me move him. Luckily, no one will ever find him. It'll be a cold day in hell. Well, it actually opens the broom cupboard. Dear diary, what a day. I'm so excited. After longing it for so long, I finally got to see the latest production of Swan Lake. Hooray! It was absolutely indescribable, just like the other 20 versions I saw. I've already bought tickets to the next one. I've heard it might involve a goat. Oh. I also took advantage of dear Ed being out of the house with his friends and finally got my house guest moved to the Cult HQ. Phew, one less chore around the house. Everyone was really excited about a visitor and agreed we should keep him at the mansion. The mansion, eh? Whew, he was heavy to carry though. Thank goodness Jay came along to help. We got him to the cult meeting and quite lively interrogation. It was quite late when I got home, but dear Ed must have already gone to bed, innocent as a lamb. But the silly sheep left the door locked. Oh dear. Oh, right, so that's when he locked himself inside. So he's at the cult now.
This one's dated for today.
Things I'm worried about.
I've written it before I showed up.
Uh-huh. Things I'm worried about. 1. World hunger and poverty. 2. The price of eggs. 3. Whether the other cult members would like the pie I break for tomorrow night's meeting. 4. Where the last 2 collars have gone to. We have 3 of the 5, but the first one is still missing, and M ended up losing the 5th. How are we supposed to achieve our goals without them? So M... is M the sheep? My poor sweet eggs. I wish I had the foggiest idea what's bothering him. The sheep that ran into the sewer and... Is that a sheep? And then dropped the thing at the gang member? I wish I had the foggiest idea what's bothering him. I can't think of a single thing that could explain why he's suddenly so scared and defensive of me. That I'm massively opposed to the overpaying for Detective Wilde's talents.
A bargain, more like it.
Yeah, exactly.
M lost the 5th. Could that be Mantis?
Yeah, I think so.
Do I have the 5th caller?
Yeah. Where's the 4th? Schrodinger.
Call me a crazy cat, but I'm beginning to think this lady might be a cultist.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Today's schedule. Tomorrow's meeting.
Maybe we can give M the color and then teleport to it. I mean, gee.
These entries are dated, meaning I can tell when these cult meetings are happening.
Yeah, so there's one tomorrow.
They happen every week like clockwork.
Yeah.
Using my deductive skills, I can work out the next one will be tonight.
Yep.
Or I could have guessed that from the entry from today that mentioned tonight's meeting.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess.
No deductive reasoning needed. Perfect. We did an amazing job, as always, as being a detective. Anything I can talk to you about, Mr. G, or... I read the journal. I finished reading your wife's diary. It's a lot longer than the books I usually read. Not even any pictures. I thought the writing was subpar, and never mind that, you idiot. What about the proof of her crimes? Did you see? Oh yeah, it is my professional and experienced opinion that your wife is totally a cultist, yep. And how much is my wife paying you for these amazing leaps of insight and intellect? Never mind that. The journal mentions some sort of meeting she goes to regularly. Do you know where that might be? No clue. Okay, do you have any idea about this J character? Seems to be a culty friend of your wife. No idea. Do you actually know anything about your wife's personal life at all? Friends, pastimes, hobbies? No? Why would I bother staying updated on all that? You're her husband? She's just my wife, after all. Yes. I'm beginning to think the two of you might just deserve each other. Alright, well, I've got to figure out how to crash a cult meeting. Now you're out of your room, you might want to get to somewhere safe. Don't have to tell me twice. This whole thing is definitely what I would call a bad scene. Huh, you've given me an idea. I never thought I'd say this, but I might actually have to go talk to the cops. Well, can we go speak to Betty in her office then?
So Mr. G's wife is involved with something sinister, and more callers are showing up. But that's not what's got me thinking. 2 things are bugging me.
Yeah, well, I love those.
I have a big itch on my back that I just can't reach. And 2, Mr. G's a sheep, which would be fine if Elma wasn't a sheep as well. That's too many sheeps in one case just to be a coincidence.
I don't think so, mate. There's plenty of sheeps in the world.
Something's not adding up.
1 + 1 is 2.
And since I suck at basic math, I'll talk to Betty. She at least
Yeah, maybe. Well, look who's here, back. I still can't help you, you know? Does that mean you can help me, you can't help me, or you can't not help me? It means I clearly have to pick a simpler code. One that your tiny brain can actually wrap around. Well, either way, I'm here for something you can help me with. Or can help me with, whatever. You've got records on everybody in this city from your file cabinets, right? I need to check up on someone relevant to the case. Sure, I suppose. You're just lucky my files are organized. What's their last name? Gautier. Alma Gautier. There's a sheep who might be related to this case. Alma Gautier? A female name? I'm amazed you met a woman who could tolerate you for more than 60 seconds. Hey, I've got plenty of female friends. Some of them even tolerate me for more than 90 seconds. Anyway, do you have a file in there? Let me check my drawers. Searching for files, eh? And, oh boy, I sure do have a file on her. I've got a list of crimes here down to my hoof. Like what? Stealing, kidnapping, murder? More like 20 cases of is a femme fatale de noir dramas is clearly guilty of something or other. Well, that and the petty theft, fancy stolen goods, blackmail, solicitation, and taking candy from a baby? The witch! She's got a diverse portfolio of skills, that's all. Does she have any relatives at all? Don't suppose she has any relatives, does she? Say I don't know, brother. It says unknown as Gautier. What does that mean, as Gautier? As compared to what? A Yorkshire Terrier named Steve? I mean, you're not totally wrong. Wait, I'm not? And Alma, sorry, Steve pulled a fast one on me. I didn't even notice the wagging tail. No, I mean that she's gone by another name before Gautier, according to this. Looks like the first thing we have on file for her is a petition for a legal name change. Gautier is what she changed it to. What? Why? Apparently the legal reason she wrote on her phone was, original family name is bad. It must be Gesundheit, right? How bad? Apparently her original family name was Gesundheit? Wait, Gesundheit? That's the same last name as the other sheep I'm in talking to. They must be related or something. This is one of your all sheep look-alike things. All I swear to salt licks. No, I think I'm onto something. Look up Gesundheit. Look up Gesundheit. I didn't sneeze. Oh yes, I know, that's just a last name. And we've already done that gag to death. Look at files for any male sheep with the last name Gesundheit. Or I guess Gesundheit, 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 Gesundheit. I think that's enough to work off of, Al. Frankly, it's much more than you usually give me to go off of. Oh dear. We're so useless, aren't we, Betty? Oh, here we go. Mr. Gesundheit. There's in the system for a parking violation. Was blocking a zebra coughing. Well, zebras. Let's see, yeah, that's definitely him. Who? My client, well, more like the husband of my client. Long story, what does this file say? Let's see, works in an office. Occasional arrest for public brokenness, but who doesn't have those in this town? Family connections, say he's married to a wolf, Mrs. Gesundheit? Yeah, that would be my client, or my suspect. It's a bit complicated. Any other family members? Well, it looks like his parents are deceased. Only living relative is a half-sister. Gesundheit. 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 I knew it. I knew they were connected somehow. Mr. G's half-sister, Gesundheit. It's Alma. Alma and Mr. G are siblings. Wait, you mean your stupid insistence that every animal knows every other animal of the same species actually paid off for once? What can I say? I'm a genius. It's part of being such a master detective. Okay, master detective. So what are the implications of these two being related? Well, obviously that's clearly they, I don't know actually. This is my surprised face. But you know who wouldn't know? One of the siblings in question. I need to go to talk to them and find out what's up. I suppose that's fair. At least you're doing something that could be vaguely mistaken for detective work if you squint at it, which is more than the police department is doing. Hey, you helped Chance. Or you didn't help. Because you're not supposed to. You're really totally unhelped. That's, you know what? Whatever, I'll take the compliment. Go see these two witnesses and see what they say. Who knows, it might even have something to do with this case as opposed to weird serendipity. One last thing, Schrodinger. Do you know Schrodinger? Hang on, before I go, there's one more name that's popped up. Am I looking up Schrodinger in your files? Hang on, I think I know that name. Let me check our records. Schrodinger, eh? Yeah, he's a physics professor at the local university, apparently. Talks a lot about things like, well, things my underpaid police hind don't understand. Entanglement, wave mechanics? Let me guess, he's been missing for the past, say, month or so? No, he's been out of town, attending some sort of bigwig seminar about physics. A likely story. Probably just a cover for him being missing while he was actually trapped in a wolf's closet with a gag in his mouth. Interesting theory, but considering the newspapers have had pictures of him for weeks, with headlines like local university pressure amazes international community with lecture, that'd be pretty hard to explain. Which of course you would have known if you ever read the newspaper. We did once to find this job. But I just glanced over it for the classifieds and the comics. Those are the only important bits anyway. Still, that's strange. If Schrodinger has been out of town with an airtight alibi, who's the guy in the closet claiming to be Schrodinger? Beats me. Maybe ask him? That's going to be a bit of a toughie. But maybe our secret siblings may be able to shed more light on the situation. Oh, we're off now. Where are we off to? That's the question. We're off to the bar to talk to Elma. Oh, Mr. G. Mr. G's here too. Oh, hey, look, I know this looks bad, but I can explain. What are you doing at the bar? I thought you were in hiding. You know, the whole locked in your room for a month thing? Yeah, and do you know how hard it is to get good booze when you're locked in your bedroom? I figured now that it was safe to come out, I deserved a drink. Or 2, or 10. Heck, I think that you deserve a drink as well. Your daily Australian six-pack. Making up for lost time, huh? It has been a bad scene. I don't blame you for wanting a drink. Sure has been a bad scene lately. Yeah, it sure has been. Mind you, it's been a bad scene for a lot of different animals, isn't it? Cats, flamingos, sheep. Yeah, sure has been bad. See, I knew you understood that because as soon as I talked about how much had been going on, you opened the door and talked to me. More specifically, as soon as you heard me talking about how it had been a bad scene for everyone. It was like my words alone made you realize that I talked to all these animals in the bad scene. Or maybe just one particular animal in the bad scene. Do I have to keep saying bad scene for you to... Enough, I get it! You have made your point. Yes, I did recognize who you heard that from. So yes, is my half-sister. Same ran, different use. Oh, really? Okay. Well, we're not super close, but we have each other's back when we're in trouble. Like, you know, 1 month ago, when I reached out to her for help. I mean, it could be same ram, different use, same use, different rams. How did she help you? So what happened? I assume she was the friend you mentioned who helped you before? Yeah, after I found the creature in the cleaning cupboard. I knew I needed help to get him out of there, and it had to be someone I could trust completely. I called her and arranged to meet her here that night. Explained what I found, what he told me about my wife, everything. She agreed to take the guy back to her place and hide him where he was safe. By the time you got back to your place, the hostage was gone? Exactly. At first, she accused me of setting up a stupid prank, but she solved the hole in my wife's diary. That's when she told me to barricade myself in my room. She'd take care of everything else and come get me when everything was safe. But she didn't. Meaning she's either the world's worst sister or things weren't safe. Or maybe even both. Did she know about this? Alma sure seemed to know something about these weird appearances and things. Did she already know what was up when you reached out? Nah, she'd never heard of any of this before. She didn't believe me at first. What with all the talk about collars and weird holes? Well, you know, some animals have certain tastes. No, I mean the guy's collar in the big hole in the ceiling. You tomcats. Yeah, I do like collars and holes. So she'd never heard of anything like this before and knew less than you did. Well, it certainly started that way. I got the sense that she might have found out a little more later on, though. Have you ever been in touch since? So you saw her a month ago when you tried to help the kidnapped creature. What about after that? Well, you know, I wasn't exactly being that social, considering I was locked in my room the whole time. I mean, you could always have tried smoke signals or something. No, but I did manage to sneak out of the room once to come her while my wife was out. I was thinking she might be able to spring me free, but she was in a hurry. All she managed to ask was whether any more collars had turned up. Said they might be worth more than we thought. That certainly sounds familiar. Assume you had it? Like I said, locked in my room. She said that for now, they might be the safest place for me. Apparently it was a bad scene out there. So, was the whole bad scene a code between you and Alma that I could be trusted or something? No, nothing like that. That's just how Alma talks about a little side, so if you catch my drift. I'm physically incapable of catching drifts, but I can at least smile and nod as if I understand. Yeah, that's enough for me. I figured when you say that you'd at least talk to Alma, and if she told you what was up, there's probably enough reason to come out and talk to you. So prove that she trusts me, so you could too? Trust is a strong word. Let's go with considered you vaguely useful enough to actually loop you in on some info. Hey, I'll take it. Anything else? Is there anything else you can think of about her involvement with the case? Anything she told you before or after? Anything you told her? Mostly just to keep myself safe, and she to keep the color safe in turn. Wait a minute. Back up, back up. A little further, just to the left there. She's got the closet guy's color. Yeah, he was adamant that it was imported and needed to be kept safe, and I brought it with me when I went out to ask her for help. After he finished, I gave it to her for safekeeping. I didn't want my wife to find it, after all. I've got good news and bad news. Good news is your wife probably won't find it. Bad news is that's because I'm pretty sure Elma sold it to some lowlifes. Actually, I asked about that when she called and mentioned that collars were worth money. I asked if she'd already sold the one she had, but she said she wanted enough dough so we could both sit down together in style. And apparently whoever buying these collars would pay way more if she could offer a full set of them. So she's still saying she still has that first color? Oh boy. It's all coming together in my head. And a pretty jumbled mess that I can't make head or tail of. It's already come together in my head. Keep up. Keep up, Cat. I think I'm going to have to talk to your sister. Do you know where she is? I mean, if she's not here at the bar, she'd be at her apartment this time of day. Can you give me the address? I never managed to charm her into inviting me back to her place. How oddly and uninspiring. Still, if she humoured you enough to fool you in on a little Colicon, I suppose I can humour you with her address. Go tell her I'm out, will you? I will. But firstly, I want to see who else is there. Just the barkeep and yourself. Nothing really exciting happening at the bar today. A lot of elephants in the back though.
I should have known. Should have known the minute that dame started looking sheepish.
Which was all the time?
Well, I mean, she always looks sheepish.
Exactly.
She's a sheep. She's wrapped up in this case tighter than my belt after Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty tight if I wore a belt.
Same, I don't either.
I think it's time she gave me some real answers.
I mean, just below this, I've got no legs, so...
Ideally spelled out in small words. A little diagram, maybe with puppets.
You're not that much of an idiot, Albert.
I do love puppets.
Alright, Alma, the wool's out of the washer. Time you give me some clear, keen, organised answers. Oh no, the house has been broken into. Oh no, she's still here. Is this a bad time? It's always a bad time when you're involved, darling. It's almost adorable, to be honest. Alma, are you alright? Perfectly fine, sweetie. Though I wish I could say the same for my apartment. How am I supposed to project aloof elegance like this? What happened? Not entirely sure. I was out of the town and found my place like this when I got back. Let me guess. The collar's gone? Is this Mantis's calling card? Or is it one of his nefarious fiends? My word, look at you saying things that are actually halfway intelligent and on point for once. Why thank you. It's definitely skill and not a lucky guess. Just like it was skill and not luck that I ended up meeting your half-brother. Ah, right, you have been busy. How is Ed, by the way? Out of his room and at the bar getting drunk. No thanks to his deadbeat sister leaving him there to rot while she makes off with all the valuables. That's not exactly what happened. I can explain. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank you. I figured all this info out, but I have no idea what even it means, so I need someone to tell me. That's now the ally know and benevolently tolerate. Yeah, come talk to me while I get things cleaned up a bit. Alrighty, I sure would, Alma. I suppose you've got some questions for me. You could say that. So start at the beginning. Let's start at the basics. I'm good at them. Well, middling. I want you to tell me how you got tied into this. I heard Mr. G's version, but I want to hear yours, see if it lines up. Also, I could use a refresher. That was like 10 minutes ago. Fine. It all started about a month ago. I was minding my beeswax when I get a call from Ed, my brother. He was frantic. He begged to come round here and meet me in private. When he got here, he explained that he found some guy tied up in the cleaning cupboard, that the guy had appeared through the hole in his roof, and that his wife had trapped him. Did you believe any of it? I mean, I kind of wouldn't put it past his wife. Real wolf in sheep's clothing, you know? Well, she's not wearing sheep's clothing. But the rest seemed pretty far-fetched. Especially when he got to his place and the closet was empty. I figured he was pulling the wool over my eyes. What convinced you he was telling the truth? Well, for starters, how terrified he was. My brother can't act to save his life. And mostly what convinced me was reading his wife's journal. Also the fact that my wool cannot be pulled over my eyes. Mashed her handwriting and his story. That was when I freaked out and told Ed to lock himself in his room. I was worried his wife would do something bad, and I wanted him to be safe. Why not ask him to stay with you instead? Wouldn't it be much safer here? Have you met my brother and seen how he cleans? My apartment would look worse than it does right now. Besides, his wife would have been way more suspicious if he left like that. Yeah, not like she was suspicious that her husband suddenly locked himself in his room for a month with no explanation. That's not suspicious at all. Look, I panicked, okay? At least he was safe while I found a way to get us both out of town. Speaking of safe, what about the collar? Did he give it to you for safekeeping? Yes, he did. He said that the guy in the closet said it was very important and he begged Ed to keep it safe from his wife and their weird cult branch group. Ed didn't know what was so important about it, but he felt he owed it to the guy, and I figured I'd humor him and help out by keeping it safe. Let me guess. You said yes because you knew the gangs were looking for them and paying big money? Wrong, as usual. The gangs hadn't said a word about the colours. This was the first I'd ever seen or heard of them. I took the collar and hid it just for my brother's sake. It was only later that it became clear how valuable it was. What happened after meeting Mr. E? So you told Mr. G to hold up in his room and took the collar with you. What happened next? I assume you had some sort of plan. I was going to arrange for both of us to get out of town. Between my sister-in-law and the kooky cult family, I figured Ed wasn't safe here, and neither was I. But holy cunt, do you know how much Bruce tickets out of the city cost? Cunts what sheep vomit up. I swear the trolley companies are fleecing us blind. Tell me about it. I tried to go on a trip once and a return ticket would have cost me both my kidneys. At least since you were going one way, it would only be one each. Well, I like my kidneys where they are, thanks. Besides, that's just a crappy bus. A lady like me has to travel in style. Plus, you know, we'd need more money to set ourselves up in wherever we move to. So we can go anywhere until I scored some funds and on a lounging a salary. You get why it took a while. Let me guess, that's where the collar came in. Sort of, like I told you before. I started hearing chatter in the underbelly about the gangs looking for collars like the one I had. I put two and two together and made 5 and realized they'd do mine too. And I did consider just selling it and getting clear. But then I realized they weren't just looking for one, but for as many as they could find. So you got greedy. Sorry, had an idea. Look, selling that collar would have gotten one of us as far as Dog Buttville, middle of Dog Butt. Like I said, highway robbery. But selling a set of collars could set us both up for life. So yeah, I held on to the one my brother gave me and started looking for opportunities to grab a few more if I could. Figured I could collect a few, then sell them all together for big bucks to the highest bidder. They said that mantis put a little fly in your ointment. Darling, I don't use ointments. This is all natural glow. I don't believe that. You're too beautiful for that. Should have known your wool was dirty, Alma. You lied to me. Firstly, that isn't a question. Secondly, when? All that stuff I told you about the gangs looking for collars was the honest truth. You didn't tell me that you had a brother. You didn't exactly ask about my family tree, sweetie. You were too busy being smug about pineapple regret. Besides, why would I mention him? It's not like I had any reason to think it was relevant to your investigation. You mean other than the fact that he fell appalled at his apartment like the one in my case, met someone with a collar like the one in my case? Okay, maybe there was some reason to think you might be relevant. My point is, you made it sound like you only heard vague rumors from your contacts. You never mentioned you actually found a collar and learned about what was going on. And my point is, my brother was trapped in his apartment by the wolf of a wife and a cult of kidnappers. I wasn't about to put him at risk by sharing more info than I had to, particularly not in the middle of a public bar. Still, I'm not sure if I can trust you. Down, I'll try to contain my disappointment. You didn't really answer the early question properly. Do you have any idea who broke in and did this? My non-existent money on Mendes' crocodiles. They're the ones who caught me with that collar. I wouldn't be surprised if they suspected I might have another. Not to mention, you know, someone had to start asking me questions while one of his goons was staking me out. Really? Who was that? They might be relevant to the case. Oh, you mean me, right. Oops. But are you sure it was Mantis's gang? Could have been one of the others. Or maybe even the cult that Mrs. G is part of? The other gangs might be possible. Gossip spreads in the city part of town. If they heard about me trying to steal from Mantis, maybe they thought I had stolen from them too. As for the cult, maybe. I don't know much about it other than that diary. How would they know that I was involved or where I live? Right? It's not like your sister-in-law is part of the cult or anything. You know, every now and then you say something smart and I don't like it. Well, I may not know who's behind it, but I at least have a lead on finding the animal who actually broke in and tore up the place. You do? How? Whoever was here got sloppy and left their hat behind. Oh, really? It's definitely not one of my hats, or Ed's, or his wife's. So all I have to do is go through the other, couple million animals in town and figure out whose head it is. Easy, right? Interesting. Mind if I take a look at it? I might be able to identify it or find a way to track its owner. I really doubt that, but knock yourself out. You don't know my nose, my friend. Got a good nose. It's over there in the middle of the nest. Why are the gangs chasing collars? So, what sort of the gangs all hunting for all these collars anyway? Let me guess. You wanted cash, so told them about the one you found and convinced them they'd be valuable? Darling, you do well as a fiction writer. Except for, you know, the whole being unable to spell and string sentences together thing. No, I didn't tell a soul about the collar. Trust me, they started talking about those collars perfectly fine without my help. And when did that start? I'd say within about a week or so when I went to my brother's place. In other words, within a week of the cult removing the closet guy out of your brother's apartment. Think it's connected? I kinda hope not. Don't like the idea of the criminal organizations of this town working for a weird kidnapping cult. Anyway, they only said that the collars were incredibly valuable. Haven't got the foggiest why that would be. Oh, I've got my thoughts on why. You can teleport to them. But they did also say they're expecting a limited number to show up, and that they would pay a premium to get every single one. What do you know of this cult your sister-in-law's hanging out with? Do you know anything about them? Not really, no more than my brother did, I suppose. But clearly they're up to no good. Who sticks a guy in a closet for weeks and takes him somewhere else? Well, there was this one time in school when one of the class clowns locked me in a closet for a week. I don't believe it. What, that I was stuck there for a week? No, that you went to school. I was the class clown. I totally did, and this guy locked me in the closet. Well, okay, he didn't lock anything. I just didn't know how to open doors, so I sat there for a week. See? That I do believe. What is for this cult? Any clue as to where they might have taken that guy in the closet? We don't have thumbs, right? So we can't open doors. Which part of I don't know anything didn't make sense to you? Probably wherever they're holding their meetings. Wherever that might be. Aha, so we can find their hideout, then I can solve the mystery. Somehow, I guess, maybe. I don't know, it's as good an idea as any others that I've had. That's not a ringing endorsement. And what do you know about the colours? You've had one of the colours with you for a while. What do you know about them? Next to nothing, really. Apparently the guy in the closet explained it to Ed, but Ed didn't understand a word of it. Neither did I when he tried to remember it. Apparently they're soaked in, what was it? Precipitation? Particles? Ah, particles. That's it, some kind of particles. But really it just looks like really boring, ordinary colour, but quantum particles. So you never found out the little trick you can do. What little trick? Oh, nothing, just something that would have probably helped with your money and transportation woes. What? Anyway, I take it the gangs weren't forthcoming either about why they wanted these things. No, only that they were a certain number and that they're looking to collect every single one. They gotta catch them all. That's why I figured I should get as many as I could. Get a better price. Gotta catch them all. Cut them on. Ironic, and now you've got no collars at all. First, that's not what irony is. Second, actually, yes I do. Wait, what? You still have the collar? Wait, back up. Did you say you still have the collar? Of course, I'm not a lost little lamb, darling. I made sure to hide it where nobody else would ever find it. Where? You're not really understanding the point of a hiding spot, are you? It's to make sure nobody finds what's there. Telling you would defeat the purpose. Well, I'm a nobody, so does that mean I find what's there? Sorry, I'm not telling you where I hid it. Good luck finding it. Alright, I've got to go. Got other things to check on. Stay here in case I think of any other questions. Well, I'll find your hiding place, lady, but firstly... Well, here it is. In the liquor cabinet. No sign of those collars. Boy, searching is thirsty work. Yeah, I imagine it is. Mind if I get a drink? I could use something strong. Well, as you can see, there isn't any booze in the cabinet, so I can't really offer any. Oh, but I imagine you've got some in the secret compartment, right? What secret compartment? I have this exact same cabinet in my office, and I keep my booze in this secret compartment. The secret compartment where I keep all the stuff that I don't want anyone to ever find. Anyway, let me grab that drink. Wait, There's a collar. Wait, this isn't booze. This is just that collar you were hiding. Yeah, I thought you already had that figured out. We're just coming up with an excuse to get close and open it up. Yes, that's exactly what I was definitely trying to do. Definitely wasn't just trying to find your secret booze stash. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not letting you have that color. It told me to keep it safe. Besides, it's mine and I earned whatever cash I can sell it for. Nice try, but I need it as part of the investigation. It could crack the case wide open. I don't care about your investigation. I care about my brother and I earned that money. So I'm not handing it over to you. Let me put it this way. Whoever's behind this has already proven they're dangerous enough to actually wreck your place looking for whatever colors you have, right? If they think you still have any, the next time they might try and do worse to you. Maybe wreck your face, or worse, your wool. They wouldn't dare! Between criminal gangs and kidnapping cults, I think you know that absolutely dare. And you know blood doesn't wash out of wool. But cat fur, totally washable. Everything lets clean off, baby. If I have the color, I'm the one they'll try and kill. Well, why didn't you say so? Take it. Not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be harder to convince you than that. What can I say? You swindled the pot a little. Besides, I can always grab it back to for your corpse. I have experience with that. You certainly do. I just don't know how a secret color is supposed to help with the investigation. I'm not quite sure either. I know one way one color can be useful. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. Just have to figure out how it might help. But I'll keep this one safe in the meantime. Well, we can give it to Mrs. G, right? And then teleport into the cult base. Tonight? Where's this hat? I want to have a look at this hat. Excuse me, lady. Where did you say this hat was? Young stud? You did not. Aha!
Elma's right. The thief did leave a hat. Not a particularly stylish one either.
Looks like a toilet bowl.
I call it the Cowpat Special.
Or a cowpat, yeah.
I've seen this hat before.
Have I?
I've seen someone wearing it.
You ain't got time to chant. Boss has been asking for you on the regular.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Almost done.
Grab whichever paper you want. Knock yourself out.
Wait a minute. It can't be.
Sandwiches for tomorrow. Common reminder. Jay dislikes mustard and Emma hates mayo. I did ask Jay to help me move him. Luckily, no one will ever find him. It'd be a cold day in hell when he actually opens the broom cupboard. Everyone was really excited about Villager and agreed we should keep him at the mansion. He was happy to carry though. Thank goodness Jay came along to help.
And
Jay is Jay?
It's Jimmy.
Jimmy!
The one working with the cult. It's Jimmy.
Yep, it's Jimmy.
Known he was a stool pigeon. Or, well, the opposite. I
Yep.
I should tell Elma who did this.
Yep, it was Jimmy. Jimmy all along. Righty. I suppose you got questions for me. You could say that. I've actually got answers. Alma, I recognize the hat. It's Jimmy's, and he's working for the cult. He's Jay in Mrs. G's diary. Jimmy? I don't want... You mean Jimmy at the newsstand? Now that you mention it, he does always wear hats like these. Why, that little creep. I'm going to show him a bad scene. You're not going to be impressed about my awesome detective work? I think I'm too much in shock to really wrap my head around it, honestly. Well, how about this? You shouldn't go after Jimmy. Okay, we've looked back to stupid again. This is familiar territory. What I mean is, he's our best link to the cult. The June will sit there having another meeting soon. It's guaranteed he'll have to go back and report how this break-in went, right? That's my chance to follow him back to where this cult meets, get the drop on them, hopefully save Closet Guy from the clutches, solve the mystery of the collars and cats, and save the day. This doesn't sound as much fun as punching him in the beak. This sounds a lot more fun, to be honest. Besides, how are you going to follow him back to this cult lair? Why, with my feeling and skills of tracking the stealth, surely. Okay, maybe a plan B might be a good idea. Maybe I could convince him to take me with him. Now, what are you going to do? Try and trade my hard-wearing collar to him so I bring you along? Oh, don't be absurd. I wouldn't use that collar to get to him. But wait, what if I used a different collar to get to him? I know how to follow Jimmy. I've got it! I have a foolproof way to get myself instantly to this cult place once Jimmy gets there. You do? How? Haha, I'm not telling. This time I'm going to be the one with all the secrets. Doesn't that annoy you? Now the shoe's on the other paw? Not particularly, darling. That would involve caring, which I don't. Well, fine then.
Anyway, my plan was perfect. Get my collar on Jimmy somehow. Wait until he's left for the cult meeting. Then use it to teleport to his location. Now all I have to do is figure out how to get the collar on him. But how to do it.
Hello? Hello? You there, Anna?
Pat him on the back and tape it to him.
Yeah.
No. Catapult it onto his neck.
He's monologuing again, isn't he? God darn it.
Boy, coming up with brilliant plans is hungry work. I'm starving. I could use a sandwich. Wait.
Oh, that's it, yeah. Can I use your kitchen? I need to make a sandwich, quickly. You know, sometimes the way you break words terrifies me, sweetie. You know what? Fine, go ahead. Make me a sandwich while you're at it. The kitchen's right through there. Hopefully it won't be too messy. Alrighty, I've got other things to check on. Stay here in case I think of any other questions. I'm gonna make a sandwich now.
If there's one universal truth among animals, it's that everyone wants a sandwich when they're hungry.
That's
It's
true.
true for me, and that means it's true for everyone.
I don't,
Besides, Mrs. G's diary mentioned making sandwiches for a cult.
I used to cupcakes earlier.
There's no way Jimmy's gonna turn down a sandwich.
Yeah.
Not even one with a secret ingredient. The secret ingredient being my collar. All I have to do is wait for him to take the sandwich with him to the cult meeting. And
Well, what if he eats it?
there and nab them in the act.
Then you're gonna teleport him to his stomach
First, I have to make the sandwich.
and explode him.
It has to be a sandwich tasty enough for Jimmy to take it with him, but not so tasty that he bites into it and gets a beak full of collar.
Right, so put mustard
And
on
it's
it.
gotta be thick and sloppy enough to hide the collar. So, to start, let's go with
What's thick? Let's put birdseed loaf.
self-respecting pigeon is gonna turn down bread and birdseed.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe I should put in an extra slice in the middle.
Yeah.
Now, Jimmy's gonna love it.
Bread sandwich. Yep, I do like a
Maybe
bread
a
sandwich.
few extra slices just to be sure. Next, I'll add.
But yeah, tons of
A
mustard on it.
good sandwich always has tons of mustard, and by good sandwich, I mean sandwich that I like.
Well, Jimmy doesn't like mustard, so this means he won't eat it.
Mrs. G's diary did mention that Jimmy disliked mustard, but he's a bad guy, and therefore wrong. So, tons of mustard. Now to add.
A small
Looks
wilted
like this
cabbage.
small wilted cabbage is the only veggie Elma has in the fridge. I guess sheep go through their veggies pretty quick.
Oh.
Cabbage is basically the same as lettuce, right?
No.
Totally. I'll just stuff whole leaves of it in.
No.
I'll put the whole head of cabbage in, just to be safe. It's small. It'll be fine. Now, next.
The final ingredient, my
Okay.
color.
Just have to smoosh my collar in the middle of all this bread and cabbage and mustard. I guess this would count as adding collard greens.
I do like it. I do like it. I bet.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Good job, internal me.
Wasn't the funniest trick you made, but
Sandwich is all ready to go. Now I just have to get it to Jimmy.
yeah.
There's nothing else I have to do here.
Sweetie, have you made an extra sandwich for me yet?
Okay. One thing I have to do. I think there's enough bread and mustard
A mustard sandwich. One mustard sandwich for you. Aha. There it is. I can prepare yet another sandwich. I suppose you've got questions for me. Will you be okay? Alright, I got my sandwich and my plan to track down the halt. What about you? Will you be okay? Oh, you know me, darling. I'll be fine. This wool of mine washes clean. Maybe we should go check on your brother at the bar. If I didn't take this weed, maybe Colt maybe gang down. But she probably won't. You two should get somewhere safe. Alright, I'll go join them as soon as I'm done here. We may not have money to skip town, but we can at least hold up somewhere in the meantime. And now, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but thanks for your help. You're welcome! So that means I'm not on cleanup duty here, right? Just go, Oakley. I gotta go. Alright, stay here in case I think of... Well, I just told you to leave, but... Leave.
Back to where it all started. To the bird who sold me that newspaper that got me onto this case to start with. I should have known. Can't trust anyone in this crazy town. Backstabbing, underhanded, criminal lowlifes. All of them.
Especially you, right? Another guy.
Bringing them all to justice. Shining a light on whatever weird, criminal, culty ring has got its claws into this city. Just wish, you know, justice and truth paid a bit better.
Well, you keep on failing your cases, mate. It's entirely your fault. I wonder if I can do a good L impression. Let me try. Justice and truth. More Batman than Al, but you know. Oh, it's you again. What do you want, cat? So, where's your hat? I think this is the first time I've ever seen you bare crested, Jimmy. Where's that hat of yours? Beats me. Dropped it somewhere, I suppose. Just that you look so much different without it. More sinister. Suspicious. Well, better than being a cat and looking sinister and suspicious all the time. Anyway, you didn't answer the question. What do you want? I want you to confess that you're hungry. You've been here for hours. Surely you're gonna be peckish. Haha, get it? Because you're a bird and I can't decide if I hate cats or if I just hate you. Oh, is there any way to talk about someone who's made you a sandwich? I figure you can take it and have it on your break. Whether that might be happening. Yeah, made me a sandwich? Why? Mrs. G asked me to. Actually, I'm doing it as a favor to a friend of yours, Mrs. G. You are? Yeah, she hired me to investigate her husband, but in the process I messed up her kitchen. That's the ticket. She was upset because apparently she was supposed to be bringing the sandwiches to some sort of social function you and her were going to be at. So she asked you to make replacement sandwiches. No, sorry, replacement sandwich singular. Actually, it was my idea to make it up for messing up her kitchen. But I ran out of time, so here's one sandwich at least. So what kind of sandwich is it anyway? Mustard sandwich is a mustard sandwich. This here's a mustard sandwich. Put so much mustard in it. I hate mustard. Your beak will be mustard flavored for days. So many different layers of mustard flavor. I hate mustard. That even the most wrong-headed and bad-taste of individuals say, I was wrong, mustard is the best. Anyway, I'm sure it'd be a nice meal for later. Like later during your break. Not now. And maybe not before you get where you're going for your break. Which is home, I'm sure. It could be somewhere else fun, I'm sure. Oh, you also might not want to bite your beak down too hard. Some of the fillings are a bit on the tough side. Oh, whatever. I'll take the sandwich if it'll shut you up. Oh, great, here you go. All wrapped up in a nice little paper bag ready for you to have later. What are you standing around for? Waiting to watch me eat it? No, just waiting for a nice thank you for my thoughtfulness and willingness to bury the hatchet. You're gonna be waiting a long time. Now go wait somewhere else. I've got to clear up before I head off for my break.
All the pieces are in motion.
Yep.
It's the point of no return. The moment when the facts come to light and the case solves itself.
I agree.
The moment when I'm finally able to figure out what the heck is going on.
You haven't already?
Sometimes, partly bits and pieces. If that.
Yep.
Jimmy's got the sandwich with the collar inside it.
Yep.
By now, he'll be on his way to the cult meeting. If he isn't there already.
I guess that Albert doesn't know about quantum universes, so.
Planning ritual kidnappings and home break-ins is hungry work. Obviously, he'll want to bring a tasty and filling sandwich to their hideout to munch on, meaning I can teleport there via the collar inside. And once I'm there, all I have to do is bring the entire cult to justice, expose their ties to the criminal underworld, save the closet guy, and get justice for that poor dead warehouse kitty.
Yeah, the only reason I
have
said...
no idea how I'll do all that, but I'm sure I'll figure it out as I go along.
We'll find out if we bring the sandwich along to... and didn't eat it. That's why I said mustard, was to, you know, not have him eat it.
All right, Jimmy should be wherever he is, wherever that. I've got no clue where this will teleport me to.
Probably another garbage
I
can.
flip this switch, and there might be no coming back, not without a long walk.
Or it might be at the pig's place. We might just teleport directly next door. I'm ready. Let me just check my journal first.
I don't think I've got a litter box to, stuff.
Teleport to cold meeting is the only thing that we've got left. Right. Yeah.
All right, wherever I've got no. I flip not without a long. Let's go before Jimmy gets too peckish and starts tearing into that sandwich.
Yeah, he's not. He's not. Yoink. And hopefully he brought it just because Mrs. G told him to, you know? Alrighty, loading screen. Loading the forest. I'll see you guys when this is finished. No?
Whoa, what is this place? What is that stuff on the trees? Why are they green all of a sudden?
You haven't seen a forest before?
How do I even know what green is? Well, if it's in color, this place has to be important, right?
Yeah, sure.
This must be the cult hideout. Seeing as Jimmy definitely would have taken such a nice sandwich all the way to HQ for their little meeting. He definitely wouldn't have thrown the sandwich away out the window of his car like it was garbage. What the heck? How could he toss my pomade sandwich? I spent minutes slaving away to make that. I'm gonna make him pay.
Yeah, do it.
Besides, throwing things out of a moving vehicle.
Yeah.
That's litter. I can excuse cult rituals and kidnapping, but litter is where I draw the line. Better keep this safe. It seems to end up in garbage otherwise. Now, to find where Jimmy went, I'd better be careful. This is cult territory after all. The whole forest could be crawling with cultists.
Yep.
Anyone I bump into is likely to be working for the cult.
I agree.
I'd better keep my cat's eye peeled.
Oh my god, it's so weird to be in colour now, isn't it? Well, Technicolor up in here. Oh, there's some cult people. Can we crouch? Can we just wander past them? Oh. Yeah, let's run. Actually, let's talk to them. I want to talk to these fellow
I knew
cultists.
it. There's no other explanation as to why anyone would be out here, except for, all the perfectly good explanations as to why someone might be out here.
They're smoking, obviously.
The
Oh, we're in
chances
colour
we
now
have a
too.
good explanation.
What the? Open wide, sweetie. I made your favorite grass salad. Oh boy. Nom nom nom. I'm so glad you finally decided to come out and get some fresh air. I've been so worried about you. Well, it was one of those things, you know. But I'm here now. Could you pass me more grass salad? Mr. G, eh? What the hell are you doing? Isn't your wife with the cult? Wasn't the whole point of hiding in your room to stay away from her? Well, yes, that's all true, and I was going to stay away, but, after some time away, I found myself having second thoughts. New perspective, I suppose. What kind of perspective makes it seem like going back to a cultist kidnapper is a good idea? The perspective that if I leave her, I've got to do my own cleaning and stuff. Frankly, I'd rather take my chances with her. Kidnap a cultist. Yes, but at least she knows her way around the cleaning cupboard. Because you trapped a guy in. Well, yes, and I know I was making a big deal about that, but on the other hand, I didn't want to have to make my own bed, so it all balances out. Do some stuff. Mr. Wilde, my husband came out of his room at last. Isn't that exciting? Sure is, something. So should I invoice you for my services? Thing is, you hired me to help with that whole thing. Oh, no, I hired you to find out what he was in your room, and he never did find it out. He told me himself that he just had bad gas and felt grumpy. He came out on his own, too. So it seems deceptive if you really didn't do anything to earn your pay, so I don't see why I should pay you a cent.
That was the moment I knew she was pure evil.
Yeah, she really is. She needs to pay us right now.
Kidnapping and joining a dark cult is one thing, but stiffing me on my bill, unforgivable.
Exactly. I mean, it all makes sense now. Albert is an orange cat. We've found out the answer. So what are you doing out here so late at night, detective? Oh, practicing my monologue. A quiet night in the woods is the perfect place. Doesn't bother anybody. How about you? What could you possibly be in these woods for, Mrs. G? I figured my poor husband could use some fresh air, no? It's a lovely evening, too. I bet you and us are not the only ones enjoying the night. Oh, I bet there are all sorts of folks out here, and I bet you're eager to meet up with some of them. Why not? I'm not a lone wolf. I like socializing in good company. And you and my husband are, well, your company, I suppose. Right, well, hopefully you find some of your friends out here. Who knows, maybe I'll bump into you all. Don't be offended, but I hope not. Alright, well, I'll leave. And alone again he was. Oh, we're running off the track here. I wonder if we can just go for a walk. We can. How lovely. Well, let's stick to the path, I guess. I'm guessing that nothing else is off path. Oh, who are you? What are you up to? This is a doe.
One suspicious encounter, then another.
A rhino?
That can't be a coincidence, right?
Oh, this is our elephant friend and her husband.
Please tell me I'm right. Okay. The previous suspect might have claimed a good reason for being out here, but surely this one will spill the beans.
Lily. What are you doing here? Oh, sweetie. Wasn't expecting to see you out here. In the middle of our romantic couples camping weekend. You enjoy camping? Yes, we thought it might be a nice way to spend some time together. Is there a problem with that? I mean, it's a little inconvenient that you picked the night that a bunch of suspicious folks decided to go hang out in the woods. Or maybe it's very convenient for you both to be out in the woods too, if you catch my drift. I mean, it was my day off, so I guess that counts as being convenient. I mean, I suppose so. What about you, Joe? You, what are you doing out here, cat? Might ask the same thing of you, Joe. I'm out here spending some quality time camping with my wife. To get her away from the tomcat who keeps chasing her skirts. And look who decided to show up anyway in the middle of nowhere. Who? Is it a cultist? Oh, no, it's you, you jerk. You keep asking my wife favors, and now you show up during our little camping trip. And then you wonder why I'm suspicious. Hey, I'm the one who should be suspicious here. Who would want to go camping with the person they married? Oh no, gotta be a cover. The only cover around here is the one that they're gonna put over your body if you don't clear off and leave my wife alone. Why did they need to? Alright. Got it. Leaving. Okay, bye. And alone again he was. Thank you. Game. Who we got over here? Oh, this is Jay. Jimmy.
More animals. Since when did animals live in forests like this?
I don't know, man.
This time it's gotta be a cultist confession, right?
Yep.
What are the chances that a third suspect has a legitimate reason to be out here?
What the? No, not here. See anything, Rudy? I'm not looking for you, Jimmy. Oh, they're bird watching. You lost your hat, you go find it. I mean, I might have dropped it out here when I was hiking, but I guess there are, other places I could have dropped it. Not my problem. All I know is you better find that hat or it's your job. Who ever heard of a newspaper busker without a Johnny hat? Jimmy. Oh, jeez, now the cat's here too. What do you want? I want you to confess your diabolical crime. That you threw away that lovely sandwich I made for you. How could you? You didn't even take it with you. Oh, please, look, from what I can see, that sandwich was literally just 2 slices of stale bread with some wilted greens. And mustard. I hate mustard. Yes, but it's the thought that... Wait, did you say from what you could see? As in you didn't even try a bite of it? No comment. Also, how did you know I threw away the sandwich? Matter of fact, how come you're out here in the first place? No comment. Well, I hope you don't feel picky when you get to wherever it is you're going, if you're going anywhere. Anywhere that's away from you, cat. Rudy, hi, what are you doing out here? Barking and getting some peace and quiet, that's what. And making sure Jimmy finds his damn hair. Which, gotta say, is kind of cutting into my peace and quiet time. Rudy, trust me on this. Jimmy's not as nice as you think. He's actually kind of sketchy. That's rich, you're telling a bookie that this guy is sketchy? Like I'm not to my antlers in sketch. I'm basically taking sketch classes. You can draw me in sketch. But you know what's really sketchy? Guys who don't pay their debts but still have time to go on nature walks instead of making money. That seems oddly specific. Who are you talking about? Well, I'm not surprised you forgot you owe me money. All right, I'm working on it. I'm almost solved this case unless I have I can pay you back somehow. Not quite sure how, but can't stop talking. Just get me my money, or I might have some friends who have to pay you a visit. Are these friends the sort of friendly neighborhood kneecapping variety, or are they the sort that hides in the woods and practice weird sacrifices? Wouldn't you like to know? Was that meant to be when Rudy was on the screen? Was that meant to be no? When Jimmy was on the screen, was that meant Rudy to be talking? Oh, I can talk. Blah blah blah. Blah. Fox.
Call me a crazy cat, but I'm beginning to see the tiniest inklings of a pattern here.
All people we've met before. So, where do I know you from again? This is Delivery Guy. Ballpoint Velocity Courier. Our speed is our service. Oh, right, the courier. What are you doing here in the middle of the forest? Wait, let me guess. You have a package. A ticking package. No, a bloody package. Soon to be hand-delivered to your clients. Now your boss is the cult. Nope, I'm actually off work. Oh, then that's even more suspicious. What reason could you have been in the middle of nowhere? A brisk jog, of course. Gotta go jogging and hiking to make sure I can keep at tip-top speed. And this is a nice place to come get some exercise. Psh, my only exercise is doing a few push-ups when I bury my face in a plate of food. Or when you do flexes to lick your own belly. I call shenanigans. No, that's our Riley company. Shenanigans Slipping. With Vulpin Velocity Crib, remember? Our speed is your service. I did know that. I do know that indeed. But where's this cult? And more importantly, why is this cult? And more importantly, who is this cult? Francis!
Is the entire city out here today?
Just the people you know.
Is it national take your suspicious butt to your local office day?
Yep.
Because if so, I'm sorry I missed it. I thought I had it on my calendar. It's my favorite stat holiday, after all.
Francis? What are you doing here? Working on my interpretive dance room and trying not to be interrupted by annoying cats who show up in the middle of nowhere. Why are you in the middle of nowhere? Couldn't you do this in a dance studio? I'm connecting to nature. Obviously. What's so weird about that? Well, other than the fact you happen to be out here at the same time as a bunch of cultists bent on nefarious ends. Nothing weird at all. Excuse me, are you accusing me of something? Accusing? No. More like throwing something out there in the vague hope that you'll break down and convince your real reason for being out here. I'm pretty sure that counts as accusing. Either that or... Wait, okay, Scramcat, I gotta practice. You're just giving me the perfect idea for my next interpretive dance routine. But throw something out there in the vague hope that you'll break down and confess dance. Glad to help? Interesting. Francis. I think that you're part of the cult, my friend. We can't jump this ridiculously small creek just because there's no bridge. The bridge has been drawn in. Is there another path? Potentially. You could wander through the woods. Go missing. Is it potentially a map? Well, I mean, there is, but... Oh, there's a yellow dot over here. Let's find out what they're all about. Miss Pig.
Know what's weirder. How crowded the forest is getting. Everyone I know is out here picking berries or whatever.
Or whatever.
Or how somehow none of them have caved under my keen observation and skilled interrogation and immediately confessed to being a cultist.
Yeah, it's very skilled.
I've tried nothing, and I'm all out of ideas.
Ow! Didn't expect to run into you out here. Likewise, what are you doing out here? Truffle hunting. It's something the kids and I do together. Gets us out in the great outdoors and gives us a chance to all bond as a family, you know? Actually, I don't know. In fact, I find it very interesting that you've never mentioned this little hobby before today. The day where certain parties are looking for excuses to be in this neck of the woods. Certain parties? Where? My kids love parties. Also, I'm sure I would have told you about this little tradition of ours anytime you asked about what me and the kids have been asked up to. I don't think I have ever asked about that. So, yeah. And alone again he was. How sad. Where are the kids? Can I find them? Now that they're truffle hunting? Hmm. Maybe the bridge only goes up. I see a little yellow dot over there. I'm coming for you, yellow dot. You can't hide from me. Oh, this is certainly very suspicious, isn't
Oh,
it?
you've got to be kidding me.
It's the bar regulars. Stop. This is private party, cat. You are not allowed. What? Who has a private party in the middle of the woods? We do, you obnoxious meals, but I'm hosting a private drinking party as appreciation of my staff's hard work. Figured we wouldn't get interrupted by annoying customers. Clearly, I was wrong. Well, I'm a customer, but not annoying, so aren't you lucky? Whatever, stick around a bit. No. Cool, thanks so much. That is not what I... I'll let him be, Sergey. Besides, what are you gonna do, stand menacingly in his path? Realize you can go around your head. Oh yeah, so I can. Let's talk to the barkeep. Private party for the bar staff, huh? Gotta say, that seems a little convenient. You kidding? You know how much of a pain in a run, but what's to carry all this booze out here? I just meant deciding to have it in these woods in this night in particular. It's very interesting. So what, if I'd had it in a different part of the woods on a different day, it would have been boring? I guess I just don't understand why you come all this way to drink and party. Mostly so you wouldn't show up. I guess that fell through, so... No, it's not because of some other private party out here you're catering? Oh, for first, bartenders don't cater. That's food, not drink. No, you can cater drinks. And second, if I told you, it wouldn't be so much of a private party, would it? Then how am I supposed to know about it? See, this kind of crap is the reason why you're my least favorite customer. But you at least know of us. Couch. Beer? So, can you give me the inside scoop on this whole party in the woods thing? It is party. In the woods. And you are not welcome. I mean, I knew that. But that's the same as everywhere, really. Perhaps you should take note and leave things alone. Nah, I'm good. Alma, what are you doing here? You know this is where the cops planning to meet, right? Yeah, I know, but I can turn the invite to the party. I really needed a drink bad. Heck, why do you need a drink so bad? Take a pick. My apartment got completely ransacked. I had to hand the collar I've been saving for my future over to the dumbest mammal in the universe. Wait, I'm the one you handed the collar to. And if that went bad enough, after all that stuff about the cold and the guy in the closet and everything, my brother went back to his wife. Yeah, I saw him and Mrs. G just a little while ago. That was certainly a choice that was made. After all I did to keep him safe from the cold to try and get us out of town. But no, God forgive, he has to learn to wash his own wool for once. So here I am, getting drunk in the forest and cheap booze with a bunch of bar workers. If the cult wants to interrupt our little company retreat, then good luck. This is a private party. Realized I was able to crash this private party in 10 seconds, right? Guess you're right. If you can make it past Sergey, literally anyone could. Just be careful and keep your eyes peeled. It's not safe out here. We know there are cultists coming together to meet, and almost anyone could be one. So don't trust anyone. Not your boss, not Sergey, not your brother, not even me. Oh, don't worry, sweetheart. I'd never trust you anyway. And alone again he was. Yeah, I'd never trust him either. Not in the slightest. Okay. Any other yellow dots that are appearing on my radar? Not right now, but let's have a quick run around, shall we? See if we can find anything else. There is this suspicious gate over here. Any other yellow dots? Excuse me, yellow dots? Maybe the bridge is finally up. Or maybe we can go up into this here Manchoni. It's locked, it looks like, but who knows? Let me in. Let me in. Not by the hair of your chin chin chin. We're doing interpretive video game playing now, guys. Let's go have a look at the bridge. Let's quickly run over there, see what that is all about, and whether we can actually go there now that we've seen, hopefully, all the people that we can see. Just make sure there are no other yellow dots. Is there anyone special that I'm missing? I think all the police workers. I haven't seen the elephant or the doe or the rabbit or anyone like that. Otherwise, though, I think that I've seen everyone that I can think of, potentially. No, the bridge is still not down. So that's not very helpful. Here's a yellow one though. Aha. There's another yellow one over there.
Gee, let me guess.
Oh, the crocodile tears.
Bunch also has an incredibly convenient excuse for being out here.
Yep. Alright, boys, come to order. This session of the Crocodile Tears AGM is now in session. Oh, for first, any new business? Oh, I was wondering about introducing casual Tuesdays. Mantis, what are you doing here? As if I don't already know. Oh, you again. Do you mind? We're in the middle of our annual general meeting and I don't have time for distractions. I'm here on business. I'll just bet you are. So, is that it? What do you mean? I stole your collar, remember? That collar that I gather you gangs have been trying to collect? Are you going to try and fight me for it? Steal it from me? Chase me down? And not in the middle of our AGM. That'd be disruptive, dig? I'll hand you after you. You afterwards, wise guy. Okay, how long will that take? Well, we got a lot of admin to cover, so maybe 2 hours? One if we're lucky. Alright, guess I'll start worrying about it then. Oh, hey, you again. You told me I had to leave the bar and deal with some trouble the other gangs were stirring up. Oh yeah, about that. Turns out you were right. You did us a solid, Cat. Oh, that's good to know. Always happy to help. Definitely not doing it just to get you out of the bar so I could talk to the sheep you're tailing. So, are those other gangs out there in the woods tonight, or is it just you? Just getting a sense of who's working overtime, if you get what I mean? Nah, don't really get what you mean. But I suppose it's possible they're having their AGMs too. It is that time of the year. They all do their AGMs at the same time, that's good. Oh, I know what you've done, You're that damn cat that escaped with a collar. Uh-huh. And now you'd like the collar back, I take it. Honestly, it doesn't bother me either way. I still get paid the same. I thought the collars were a lot to the right buyer. And you think that money goes to us instead of our boss? Yeah, right. And finally, Chumpy. Don't suppose you can tell me if you're in this forest for nefarious reasons? I mean, I gotta consider an AGM pretty nefarious. I mean, are you up to something illegal, shall we say? Cat, we're gangsters. Everything we do is legal. I did something illegal just by walking up here and having my coffee. Look, just tell me if you're in a league with a bunch of dangerous kooks and call it a day. You're calling the Crocodile Tears a bunch of dangerous kooks? I mean, it's accurate, but... Oh, never mind. And alone again he was. Alrighty. Well, let's go find these last people. Hopefully there's the last people. They might be the coppers. Oh, yes it is.
Let this be the last time I bump into anyone suspicious that I know.
Alright, everyone. Thank you for coming. What the? Thank you for coming to our first Back to Nature book club meeting. Tonight we'll be discussing the beloved capture of mice and more mice. Ah, a visitor. Pull up a seat. Bookseller. Ah, hello again. Would you like to join us for our book club? No, I'd like to know the real reason you were all out here. Oh, we find out there's nothing quite like reading books out of the doors in the middle of nature. Fresh air, lovely ambience. Getting bitten by mosquitoes? Yeah, I don't buy it. What's your real secret agenda for being out here? I mean, I suppose if we finish the book early, my real secret agenda might have room for kicking off our reading of Snakes and Sensibility. Bookstore patron. Oh, are you here to join our first Back to Nature book club? Isn't it a marvelous idea? Not really. Sounds like the sort of weird cover story a bunch of cultists would come up with. Oh, that's actually the next book we're reading, I think. Lord of the Butterflies. I can't wait. Don't tell anyone, but I haven't actually read the book we're talking about today. Ha! I knew it! A confession of guilt. What's your real reason for coming then, if not to take part in this so-called book club? I just asked my husband what it was about so I could answer questions and sound smart. Why else would you come to a book club? Leave. Well, that's true, that's true. Okay, is this everyone? Again, I haven't seen the police. Oh, there's a water source here. And we know that we can't walk across water. We are not a Jesus cut. We're not yet anyway. Alrighty. I might cut out this bit if it takes too much longer to find something in someone. Okay, finally, here's the police. Alright everyone, thanks for coming to the annual police department picnic. Thanks to Betty for putting this all together. Oh yes, definitely a good use of my time as opposed to actually solving crime. So if you pass by a desk, give her a polite nod in recognition of her service. This picnic is about celebrating the very hard work our department does. We were supposed to be working, and that's why today is all about us, the police. Not party crashers who think they can do our job better than we can and think they can just sneak up and eavesdrop. He's talking about you, Val. Oh, right. Chief. Chief, what are you doing in this forest? What part of department picnic that you're not invited to did you not pick up on? So I think I've got a lead that cracked this whole case wide open. Are you still on about that? The case is closed, Wilde. No case, no reward, no nothing. And no reason for you to be skulking around. Certainly not on a day where we're all enjoying ourselves in the wood completely innocently, without a suspicious possibility in the world. Miss Betty, what are you doing here? You need those funny ears of yours cleaned? Apartment picnic, like I said. Now is not a good time. I don't have time to explain, but these woods are swarming with insane cultists. So far, I've only seen you, so that covers the insane part. Betty, for once in my 9 lives, I'm being serious. Something is going on in this forest to do with whatever is behind that cat case. Well then, guess it's a good thing the chief insists we have our picnic today in these woods. Why? Because there's even more cover for cultists being out here now? No, because it's mean I'm around to keep an ear out. And it sounds like you need all the help you can get. Thanks, really, I mean it. Oh, this is too close to being a moment. Go on, keep looking around. Officer Popo. Oh, you're that cat who was getting their fur in a twist about that scene in the warehouse. You mean that snare where a cat looked exactly like me, except with the size, shape, and swanky outfit ended up dead? Yeah, that scene. Don't know why you were so bothered, frankly. And been looking forward to this picnic. I could use some fun social downtime after working so hard. Oh yes, I saw how hard you worked at the archives. So hard. Look, I was awake and capable of conversation. I consider that a pretty damn productive day myself. Besides, it's hard work having the memory of an elephant. It takes a lot of mental diligence to never forget. I guess that makes sense, if you were to never forget. Also, who are you again? We broke into the archive. Surely you shouldn't remember us. Maybe that's just in your long-term memory. It hasn't come up yet. There's a sneaky little suspicious place around here that we can get to. I wonder if this is the
Looks like a
cupboard.
cabin. Exactly the kind of remote secret location a cult needs for all its dark rituals.
Exactly what I was
Who knows
thinking.
what sort of diabolical scene I'll be walking in on.
Well, let's do it. Let's walk in on it.
Okay, significantly less diabolical than I expected. But hang on. What is a cabin this nice doing out here?
That's what I was thinking.
I thought the whole point of a cabin was to go back to nature, not whatever this is.
No, you can have amenities in a
Either
cabin.
someone's missed the point. Possibly me. Or something's up with this place.
Yeah.
I better look around.
I think there's a secret room in here somewhere. Let's turn the lights off, eh?
Whoa. These wall lamps are really shoddily made. They just fold over the second you touch them. Either that, or they're hidden levers. But what are the chances a secret cult would be into that sort of thing, right?
No
I
chance.
wonder if there are any others.
No chance whatsoever. Oh, we've only got 40 seconds to do it all then. Let's run. Run. Ooh. I can't. There we go. Perfect.
Open sesame.
You did indeed say that, Mr. Wilde.
Wait. Open sesame. Would you please open? Ugh. No way I'll make it from the switch to the other side of the door. Not without getting squished. Maybe I could brace the door open with something. I don't know. Eesh. This culture doesn't go much for convenience, does it?
No, not at all. So do we have to do that again, or? Yes. But we have to do it within a certain time room, I see. Run. And then we can pull this thingamajiggy. Perhaps. Good.
Perfect. That should be sturdy enough to wedge the door open.
What would? There we go.
Hope that'll hold.
Yeah, I hope so too. It might just break while we go through it.
Just needs to for another few seconds.
Yoink. Loading the caves. Alrighty. Whee! I'll see you guys when this is finished loading. Oh, that was a fast one. Nice, nice, nice. Still, we'll cut it out, but you know. Alrighty. Oh, I meant...
hey, that's handy. A map of the evil kidnapping cult's lair. See, there it is. Lair in big letters.
Yep, yeah.
Even have it underlined. How thoughtful.
Elephant, bird, cat. Right, so... Left, right, left, right. Oh, we want to go right, left, right, because we're a cat. Right?
I guess that must be where the cultists gather. Let's not be there for the moment. What else is there? Oh, hey, it looks like we're close to all the animal cemeteries in the area.
Yeah. Do you think Thea's cabin or the X where we go?
That's not creepy in the slightest. The elephant graveyard is near here. Huh. Hope they've got big holes and big shovels to dig them.
Right.
Budgie burial grounds. For all the budgies and birds of a feather. I was there once.
Eating?
Mistook it for an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yep.
And of course, kitty for the dead. I'll be there one day. Not today, I hope.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Seems this tunnel system links up with all the cemeteries around here, with different ways to get to each.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not in any way, shape, or form going to be important information to remember.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I should explore for myself a little.
Yeah.
In this case, I can always check the map if I forget anything in 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, exactly. So I believe that if we go right here, then we can get to the lab. The lab's right here, right? Yes, perfect, alrighty. I can read a map.
What is this place? What is all this stuff? Whatever it is, it's stuff I don't know anything about. Maybe I should go find something I do know about.
Well, is there any yellow things in the lab? We've got a teleporter here. We do know about teleporters, right? So that is somewhat important. What else do we have here? Anything in particular? Anything in peculiar? Maybe. What was this way? I can't even remember, to be honest. I think this way was... Oh, I better go check the map. Just to be sure of it, you know? The map should be here-ish, right? No? Oh, I'm lost now. Oh, there's a dead end. Alright. The map should be this way, right? Yes. Okay. Let's have a look. So, if we continue to go straight, then we get to C, whatever C is. And left will take us to the lair. So yeah, let's go straight first, get towards where C is. And... yes.
Oh, they got a cell down here too.
Oh, he's Schrodinger.
Cozy. Everything a cult HQ needs for nefarious shenanigans.
Hello, who's there? You first. Who's there? Albert? How did you know my name? Mein Gott, you're grown, Albert, and instead of walking around on two paws, and wearing clothes, and talking. Wait, you're not my Albert, are you? You're the Albert of this universe. Of course, it makes sense. Actually, no, nothing is making sense right now. So let's start with something I can make sense of. Who are you? My name is Erwin Schrodinger. I'm a physicist specializing in quantum theory. And these are my cats, Niels, Walmer, and Max. Wait, that's not possible. You're on some sort of lecture trip abroad, I think. Also, I'm fairly certain you're not weirdly pink and fearless. That must be my counterpart from this universe, I imagine. If there are multiple Alberts, it stands to the reason there are multiple Schrodingers. Wait, that's right. That was the name Mr. G mentioned. You were the one trapped in the closet, weren't you? Yes, that was me. His wife trapped me then there after I arrived in your world. Mr. G found me and went for help, but his wife returned before he did. She and her cultist friends brought me here, and I've been stuck here ever since, save for when they forced me to work in the lab. Lab? Outworld? Hang on, what are you talking about? I'm not from your world. It's complicated to explain. I tried to tell Mr. G, but I don't think he quite understood. Well, if he didn't understand it, then I'm indeed cowpats. Just try explaining it like I'm 5 years old, because, well, I am 5 years old. Let's start with our world. What do you mean by our world? Your world. Whatever. Ah, you see, in quantum theory, there is the idea of the multiverse. Multiple universes all existing simultaneously, parallel to each other. At every event point, a division can occur, creating a new universe. The multiverse is a quantum superposition with infinitely increasing divergent quantum worlds. I was with you all the way up to RESC. Alright, well the simple version is that there are infinite worlds and dimensions out there, each springing out of a different choice or outcome. Let us say you chose to have butter in your toast for breakfast this morning instead of jam. That means that parallel to this world, there's a world where instead you chose jam and the rest of the day played out accordingly. Joke's on you, I had both butter and jam on my toast this morning. The point is that for every potential outcome in all of history, there is a world for it. And then worlds for outcomes within our outcomes diverging further and further. Thus, some worlds will be identical to the one you know, while others will be very different. To the point where some have animals that don't speak or wear clothes or stand like humans. What are humans? My point exactly. Your world doesn't have them due to some earlier difference in history. And yet, I am one myself. Both worlds have Schrodinger's and, it seems, Albert's. But they are very different animals. Literally in some cases. Anyway, anything else I can explain? The lab. You said the cult had you working in the lab. What does that mean? When I first arrived, I told that she-wolf what had happened and where I came from. I thought she could help, but instead she told her cult and they got an idea. They thought they could use me and my work to achieve their own evil ends. So they locked me in here and made me work on their little project. And how's that been going? Bad. For them. None of them knew anything about quantum physics and engineering, so they just threw me in and threatened me to work. At first I refused. What was my life to stopping them anyway? But then they brought Niels and Max, and I couldn't put them at risk. The weird-looking cats? They threatened them? Yes, unless I designed something that helped them. But even then, they didn't know what I was doing, so I was able to work on something to help me escape. But more fool me. They tired of my delays and excuses and locked me up for good. And worse, I realized that I was just their backup plan. Backup for what? A rainy day? No, for finding all my cats and collecting their collars too. My God, the collars! Tell me, are they safe? I know the cult recovered 3 of these kitties here, but what of mine and my others? How did you get here? How did you get in this cell anyway? Well, scratch that, how did you get Mrs. G's collar to start with? Oh, well, I was consulting some experiments involving atomic disruption and translocation involving wave functions of... On second thought, considering no one else seemed to understand what I was testing, I try and keep it basic. Suffice to say, I was working in an experimental machine that required a test subject. And considering I already did some major thought experiments with cats, I figured it was only fitting to use one again. Yep. Did the cat agree? Yeah, just thought experience. Oh, now what? Cats barely agree to anything. But my Albert, eventually got in the box and they activated the machine. But when I opened the box, Albert was gone, along with his collar. I had no idea where he'd gone or what happened to him. So you stopped the experiment in its tracks so you could find my counterpart, right? Oh no, in science you must repeat experiments to ensure the results are accurate. So I did it again with Max, Werner, and Niels. By the time I realized what had happened, that our collars had supercharged the machine to cause multiversal teleportation, all of them had vanished and I was very worried. So I attempted to follow them. You got in the multivagal teleprompter box? Yes, along with a collar to assume the same traversal will occur. And it did, albeit with some complications. One of some complication was appearing in a certain apartment along with a large implosion that took out the wall. The holes that kept coming up was from you and your cats teleporting in? That's right. And in my case, it certainly caught the attention of the animal living there, Mrs. G. She had concerns, asked me what I was doing there, we both spoke German. And after I told her everything, offered me some rather potent tea that put me to sleep. Sounds like you know the rest. Don't worry, the colours are safe, well 2 of them are. Thank goodness, I'm glad my friend Mr. G was able to take them somewhere safe. Yeah, I've got both of them on me in my pocket. You what? You stupid cat, why would you bring them here? Don't you know they're what the cult is looking for? I don't understand why they're so important, other than, you know, the whole I can teleport places thing. The experiment that sent the cats here supercharged their colours, but wait, do you want simple or accurate? Oh, simple, 100% of the time. Well, the colors got charged with energy when they were transported to this world. This is the power to be in two places at once like a teleporter, as you apparently found. If all five were in the same place, they would have enough combined energy to do that for places between worlds, or to rip it open the fabric between them. Still not simple enough. Is that good or bad? Oh, very bad. It's one thing for a cat or a human to come from one world to another, but an entire universe? Even I can guess at what might happen. One world crowding out another, both worlds being merged by force, both worlds blinking out of existence. Okay, yeah, that last one seems something like it should be avoided for sure. Indeed, which is why I gave my collar to Mr. G to keep it away from the cult, not bring it straight to them. Dumb cough. Alrighty, so what's the deal with these cats? For starters, they look different, small, naked. Oh, that's natural for our world. In our world, cats are small and adorable pets that live around humans as companions. What? Impossible. Surely without intellect and manipulation skills, we're running this show and forcing other species to do our bidding. That's why you're not entirely wrong there. Well, good. The very idea of us being pets would never have masters, would have staff. For him, at any rate, these three, well, four with my Albert, have been big help to my work, keeping me company in the lab and so on. That was how I got the idea to try the new machine on them and see how it worked. I never thought it would react with the colours and send them here. Okay, ignoring the sleeking hole and clawing ethics of the whole situation, what, you teleported them here ahead of you? And why did you arrive a month before they started showing up and getting kidnapped by the gangs? Time moves differently between universes. What happened first can end up coming last. So it was with my cats and myself. I sent my Albert through first, then Werner, Max, Niels, then tried it myself. I arrived first, and Niels, Max, and Werner found an order. Surely it is the first cat, my Albert. I thought I heard something about him coming through, but they haven't brought him back. Do you know what's happened to him? Oh boy, he's dead. About your Albert. Do you know what happened to him? Well, death happened. What happened to him? Death, I guess. Albert is dead? My poor little guy. I'd assumed if the others survived, he would have as well. Well, you know what they say about assuming. There's something very rude about donkeys, which isn't nice. Oh dear. Some of my best friends are donkeys. But what happened to him? How did he end up dead? His body was found in a warehouse downtown. No signs of foul play. Or foul play for that matter. Just a big hole in the room way above him. No one knew who or what he was or what killed him. That was actually how I got involved in the case to begin with, to end the war. I mean, to get to the bottom of things. Plus, you know, he looked a little like me. The hole was in the roof, you say? I wonder if the fall killed him. He might not have had time to land on his feet. Or maybe the thing was just too much strain and trauma for the poor boy. He was getting on in years and didn't have the best heart. You used him for your big weird experiment? Oh, well, it was mostly because he curled up inside the machine and refused to budge when I tried to get it started. So I just went along with it. I gave him a dear Albert years ago. Sounds like he didn't have the best heart or the best brain. No, that was my Albert for you. Fluffy, lowball, charming, and profoundly stupid, just like me. Why are you smirking wistfully at me like that? Oh, I'm just musing on the face that I led my Albert to his death, but brought another Albert here to help. Let's just hope you're a little smarter than the Albert from my world. So what is the cult's goal at any rate? They must think you can help them somehow. Oh, what is the goal of any cult? Either fanaticism or fantasy. Specifically, fulfilling their own fantasies and desires. And they brought you here to do that? Did they arrange the whole thing with you and cats teleporting here? No, I don't think that they're that smart. My arriving here was an accident. All they did was jump on the chance to capitalize on it once they realized it could help them. But help them do what? What do they want? They would not tell me. Other than claiming that reaching other worlds would help them become everything they were supposed to be. Interesting. Could they not just have joined the army or something? At any rate, that's why they've been collecting all the collars. Bring them together should allow them to rip apart the fabric of reality and reach the worlds. But in the meantime, they have been working on a little backup project that might get them there as well. Little do they know it might get me out of here. Alright, never mind all this deep theoretical mumbo-jumbo. How do I get you out? The cultists keep key on them at all times. Oh goody, I get to be a cat burglar. Funny story, as a kid I thought it was cat burglar. Bugler. So I pestered my parents for a bugle and I have an easy idea. That backup project they made me work on is actually a little miniature teleporter. Like a small version of my original device. In theory it could teleport a user to the same spot in another world. Hence why the cult ordered me to work on it. And why not use it to get away from here? Any world's gonna be better than this one, even if they do have smaller, dumber kitties. Well, 1, it's not finished yet. 2, I've been deliberately sabotaging and modifying it for more local teleportation. Say, teleporting me out of my cell. But 3, and most importantly, it needs to be charged first. And more specifically, charged with quantum particles that vibrate between realities. You mean like the charged particles that are in those collars? Exactly! And since you were stupid enough to bring your collars along, well, it turns out that was a smart move. Hey, being smart in stupid ways is sort of my calling card. Okay, so go into the laboratory. Very close to the cell, just out in the tunnel. Once you're there, look for the mini teleporter and bring it here. So, what does this melody teleporter look like? Oh, you won't be able to miss it. You'd have to be an idiot to make it stick anything else for it. That sounds totally promising and not foreshadowing in any way, shape, or form. Hurry, the cultists must discover us at any moment. We've been chatting for too long, my friend. I'll be waiting here. Everything depends on you, my second Albert. Hey, I think you'll find I'm Prime Albert, the one and only original. And I'm about to go prove it. New quest added. Alrighty. Well, let's go do that, shall we? Quickly, quickly. To the lab. No, this is not the lab. This is the dead end. Lab is this way. Then this way. I do remember my sense of direction is a lot like Zorro's, but we'll get there. Alright, small mini teleporter. Won't be this. Oh, it definitely won't be this watch. Maybe this banana? No, it must be the box, right? Of all these things, it's more likely to be the box.
A big wait. Didn't Schrodinger say something about his experiments and research involve cats and boxes or something?
Yeah, exactly.
This is a box, and boxes make for great teleporters for reasons. Ingenious, really, yeah. This has got to be it. Nothing else it could be, right? I bet Schrodinger's gonna be impressed.
Back to the cell. Oh, it's not even gonna let me change? Good news, I was able to find your teleporter. Oh, thank goodness. Here, bring it close so I can see it. Here it is. You're clever to disguise it as this box. I know you like boxes and putting cats in them to make them disappear or something. Hey, don't judge, but I figured this had to be it. 999. That was how I got the cats here in the first place, not how I get them out. Look, I don't know the ins and outs of your weird cat in the box obsession, my guy. You do you. Somewhere, somehow, Albert Einstein is laughing at me. I can feel it. Point is, no, that's not the teleporter I asked you to find. You know that if you paid any attention. I don't know, I kind of figured it may or may not have been a teleporter, and no one could really know until it was properly observed. Perhaps I was being a little hasty when I said even an idiot could recognize a teleporter. Either that or you are a very profound idiot. Yeah, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Which I never really understood now I think of it. Aren't those two entirely different numbers? No. Profound idiot, got it. Anyway, let's just hope that was a temporary snag. Would you head back in there and find the actual teleporter this time? What is it? Is it this watch, perhaps? That's the next thing that's on my agenda. The watch, rather than the benign.
A watch, huh? It looks like an ordinary watch to me.
Yeah, but it could actually have electronics.
He said it was a mini teleporter. How much more mini do you get than being on the back of your wrist?
Exactly.
That guy is so smart. Okay, that last one was a bust. But this has definitely got to be the teleporter. I'm sure Schrodinger will agree.
Do you think there's none of these and we're just getting duped? He didn't describe it. Good news, I was able to find your teleporter. Trust you actually collected the right one this time? Oh, absolutely. I recognized the teleporter as soon as I saw this watch. You mentioned it was a mini teleporter, so I figured it had to be something that went in your wrist or convenient like a watch. That was some excellent deductive reasoning. Woohoo! Except for the bit where you were totally wrong. This is just an ordinary watch, Dumbcock. Hey, don't blame me. You're the one talking about all the weird stuff like reality and time being weird and bendy and stuff. I figured that totally had to be a hint at watches and clocks. Unless I think of that one artist who does weird bendy watches and clocks. What was his name? Salvador Dalmatian? Can't believe my life rests in the hands. Paws of a cat who can't recognize a mini teleporter when it's right in front of her. I like your cats could recognize it, huh? Trust me, you don't want to start comparing your intellect to that of my pet cats. I don't think you'll be flattered by the results. Okay, one more time. Get the mini teleporter and get it right this time. Well, oh, I'll definitely beat your cats in some things. Detective work, perhaps? This banana.
Is this a banana?
I should have known straight away. It's not brown.
Is there a banana in here? Seems kind of out of place, which clearly means it must be the mini teleporter.
Exactly.
I bet there's all sorts of strange tech hidden within its mysterious rubbery yellow skin.
Perfect.
All right. I got the last two wrong, but this time it's got to be the one.
Exactly.
Third time's the charm.
Mm.
Ow. That hurt. Didn't land on my feet that time because something was under my feet.
No, that's
I
a...
trip on. Huh. What's this? Looks like some garbage just lying around. I guess Schrodinger isn't practicing good organization in the lab.
I mean, he is.
Someone should call him on that. I'll bring this along so I can wave it in his face and scold him.
Yep, I've got the mini teleporter. Good news, I was able to find your teleporter. Can't bear another round of it, is he? Please tell me you actually brought the teleporter this time. Oh, absolutely. By process of elimination, I'm figuring it absolutely positively. A 75% chance that there has to be. I can't pick the extra teleporter. Gotta hand it to you, this was an amazingly intelligent move to hide the teleporter in the banana. How did you manage to get past the peel, too? What are you talking about? It's a banana, you stupid feline. Well, yes, but that's a giveaway, isn't it? Why would something as odd and out of place like a banana be in a scientific lab? Only one explanation. That the colors kept me fed while I worked and that the banana was my lunch? Okay, two explanations, I suppose. Unbelievable. A lab with barely anything of note and you still failed to find the one vital device. Hey, I tried, okay? Went through almost everything that was there and now there's barely anything left. I'm down to one last thing to check. That and the garbage I tripped over. Garbage? What do you mean? Oh yeah, this thing I tripped over on my way out. Don't you ever clean or organize your workplace? Do you just litter anything broken or worthless on the ground? You stupid, beautiful cat! This is the mini teleporter. You found it. I did. I mean, obviously I did. But are you sure? It looks kinda dead. It doesn't even turn on. Of course not. That's because it hasn't been charged with quantum particles. That's why I couldn't use it earlier. I was hoping for a chance to charge it with one of the collars the cult's been keeping. But now that an adorable idiot has brought along his collar like a good little kitty. Hang on, I'm not that type of kitty. And oh, wait, you mean your Albert's collar. Sorry, I thought you meant something else. Touch his collar to the mini teleporter for a few minutes. You feel a slight tingle. Zap! Ow! My fur is all staticky. If it's ready, then hand it over through the bars. Make sure you're ready to run once I'm out. After charging. Alright, I think it's got enough juice in it to get where it's going. Excellent! Pass it through the bars to me and I'll act. Niels, Max, Warner, come to me, little ones. We're going to get out of this nasty place and back home to a nice saucer of milk. Actually, Mr. Physicist apparently doesn't know his body. Most cats are lactose intolerant and... That's true, you shouldn't feed a cat milk. They are lactose intolerant. Owned. Oh, you're back. I believe this is worth an abracadabra. Wait, how did you just teleport out of the cell like that? Well, for now at least, the teleporter will take me to the source of its quantum charge. In this case, the color. I'm sure it's very shocking and confusing to you. Well, actually, not shocking at all. Confusing, absolutely, but it sounds like it's just a small version of the IQ-0 machine that teleports me places. Can I take a look at it? I suppose you can if you wait. You've been teleporting yourself? With Albert's color? But how? It's a long story. Lots of physics involved, which you'll probably dig actually. And the machine's a lot bigger than his. More colourful too. Well, perhaps you can tell me about it all about your own quantum spatial adventures. Maybe after we escape this benighted cult. Right, follow me. I've wedged open the entrance to these tunnels. Once we're through and back in the cabin, we can go get help. Oh, maybe the thing is shut now. Alright, let me slip under first. Wait, why? I'm the one who's been captive for weeks. Surely I deserve to get out of here first. Yeah, but consider my counter-argument. I don't like it here and I want to leave, so I should get to leave. Oh, fine, go ahead then. Just be careful. That door is being held open by sheer dumb luck at this point. Well, given your presence, I think we have plenty of that at this point. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, don't die, Schrodinger, don't die. I'm not observing you, so you can't die until I observe you. Well, now you're through and safely on the other side. Next up is my cat, Sneers Warmer. Come to me, my babies. Okay, now everyone but me is totally safe. I think it's high time for me to be totally safe as well. Warner, what are you doing? Stop scratching at that thing. It's not a toy, young man. Leave it alone. Stop batting at it. Is it in your way? Is it in a rather awkward place? Is it? Let me just nudge it so it's out of the way. And... Ooh. Oh no, wait. Ah, not exactly my brightest moment. Everyone okay? Schrodinger, are you alright? More importantly, are the cats alright? Ah, they're the sense of feline priority. Yes, we're all safe, though Warner is looking like someone smacked his paw for misbehaving. I'll smack more than that if I get out of here. Whatever. There's a way to... Oh, that's a bit kinky, Albert. There's a way to open the door on your side. Just flip the switches. On the lamp thingies. On the walls. At once. Explain like a true professional. Hey, you're supposed to be the award-winning brainiac. Fine, simple term. Flip four leggers quickly. Jam open door quickly. Got it? Oh yes, except for the quickly bit. I'm not a cat like you and I'm getting on in years. No way I can move that quickly. Oh, are you saying I'm stuck in here? Go get help. Who should I look for? Betty. Yeah, Betty. Find Officer Betty. She's a dear friend of mine and a cop. And actually a vaguely decent one. She'll be able to help you and send backup for me. I understand. I take it if I don't see her, any other police officers I should find should be able to help me? Should is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence, let's just say. Very well, but what about you? What can we do to help you, get you out once I find help? The map on the wall showed there was a bunch of cemeteries and graveyards out here. I think the tunnels might leak out to them. Tell Betty to bring help and meet me out. Let's get to the cat cemetery. We're waiting at Kitty for the dead cemetery. I'll get there as soon as I can. I just have to memorize the route for the tunnels to reach that exit. Not just the tunnels out. You have to go straight through the cultist meeting hall to get there. While the cultists are still meeting. Yeah, I know. That's why I told you to bring help and be there waiting. I'm going to be coming in hot with it. A lot of cultists on my very fine tail. Very well. I'll find your friend and make sure they bring plenty of blackout. Right, now before you go, I have a foolproof plan that you'll need to tell them exactly so that we... Wait, hello? Are you still there?
Oh, crap. He left in a hurry. Sure hope it was because he was worried about me and wanted a rescue party put together quickly.
I'm sure that was it.
Anyway, I guess I won't be getting out this way anytime soon, which means there's only one way to go.
Yeah, to the cult. But we'll do that on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z of Quantum out of our Detective Quantum VR. See you in the next one. Peace.